It's Pastor Dan from Dexter Gospel Church with another Proverbs Practical. Thanks for watching. Today's proverb tells us what ultimately brings down the wicked. It's in Proverbs 5:22 and 23. It says, "His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray." Ultimately, you usually don't have to do anything to bring down the wicked. Authorities are God's agents for punishing evil, but it's not something that most of us need to stress about, unless we're the ones doing the wickedness, in this case being unfaithful. The wicked bring themselves down. And when we disobey God's commands and thus are the wicked, when we fall, we have only ourselves to blame. This is the truth that David realized with Saul. Saul's own iniquities caught up with him. He got tangled up in the cords of his own sins, and they bound him to his fate. Applying this to marriage in the context of this passage, this is what got Solomon himself. His attraction to women other than the wife of his youth ended up with him in adultery and the nation in civil war. That's Solomon's dad, David. Solomon had seen this. As the old saying goes, sin will take you further than you want to go, keep you longer than you want to stay, and cost you more than you want to pay. Sin that we will not turn from ties us to the results of that sin, and only God can truly cut the cords. The next phrase says that the wicked die without instruction. It's not that no one would teach him, it's that he wouldn't learn. Those who will not hear instruction often don't receive any more. Instead of biblical wisdom, they pursue folly, and so they go astray. There is a right road in the Bible, and those who point to the Bible direct people to that right road, but the wicked turn away from it. They refuse it, and so they end up in disaster. Relating this back to this whole chapter, be careful in your marriage. Don't let yourself be distracted and attracted to someone other than your spouse. Instead, be passionately committed to your spouse, ravished with their love. Don't give yourself permission to look at a relationship with anyone other than your spouse, making justifications for what you want instead of hearing God's instruction. If you won't obey these commands, you're going without instruction. You might be thinking that you and your marriage are fine. You don't have to obey God's commands about it. Or you might be thinking that disregarding your marriage is fine, that God would really be okay with you leaving your wife and going to another relationship. But you're twining the cords of your own sins, since it's sin to disobey God on any subject. Don't let yourself or your relationship, your marriage, be brought down under the judgment of God and into the consequences of immorality. We won't be able to blame anyone else for our downfall. It's eventually brought about by our own decisions. Instead, focus on doing and being what is right. I hope this video is a help to you. If so, hit that thumbs up button to give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more comments in the scriptures. We'd love to see you in the comments of these videos. We'd love to see you in person here at Dexter Gospel Church. Until next time, I hope you stay well and heed God's instruction.